Alright, so here we are. Started putting the motor to the 99XE600 together. I got the rebuilt crank with new rods and everything installed, cleaned up the cases, got a super thin layer, still probably more than I needed, but of case sealer on there. You're going to put the snap ring on the mag end on these newer case motors. You got your locator ring here on like the older 97s, maybe 98s as well. It would be here on the, or here. It's on the PTO end though. I'd have to look at an old set of cases first. But we got all that in. It's looking good. Just gonna drop the top cases on and throw some bolts in it, torque it all down. Alright, so here you go. The only bolts you have are those two and this one on each side, so 6 total. These are 22 to 24 foot-pounds. These ones are 26 to 30 foot-pounds. They're all torqued down, good to go. Alright, we got, as you can see here, the hot rods on the crank. And I threw the old pistons back on purely because these goddamn things look damn near brand new. There's nothing wrong with them, so I slapped them back in. We're just gonna send it like that. So next up, drop some cylinders on. Alright, here you'll see we got one side buttoned up and dog's playing with chew toys. But yeah, so these pretty much are near impossible to freaking torque down. You can't put a socket on them or anything like that. And the torque spec is 30 to 34 foot-pounds. So pretty much you have to get a crow's foot and use that to be able to torque this side down, because you can't get a socket on it like you can this side. So, yep, once I'm done, gonna go ahead and knock out the other side. Alright, but over here kind of clean it up a little bit, got the head on. Little tech tip, you do have to put RTV on these bolts or you run a risk of leaking coolant around the bolt head. So, if you don't like the mess, go ahead, take a finger, just kind of clean up around it. Life will be great. But that is pretty darn important. But, yeah. Now I just gotta torque these down. Alright, here we go. I got this all cleaned up. Put a new crank seal in it. And went ahead, threw my sealant around that. So the coolant pump housing is now ready to... What are you doing?
Nothing.
So the coolant pump housing is ready to go on the 600 motor now. Coolant pump housing, bolted on, sealed, all that, whatever. Got this on there. I haven't tightened up any clamps, obviously. Went ahead, threw the stator in. Now we're on to the Magneto. Alright, we got the Magneto on. We got our flywheel on. And coolant and oil pump belt. All that's buttoned up. Next, we're going to throw some reeds on it. Alright, we got stock reeds thrown on there. Thought about throwing some V-forces on, but these look really good, and it is, after all, just a little 600, so no need for aftermarket. Went ahead and hooked up my oil lines. However, I didn't put these on because when I go ahead and prime my oil system, I'm going to pop these off and check for oil flow going to my bearings. Yeah, same here. It's on, but I did not put that on. That's just so it's all laid out where it belongs. So it's going to go together really nice. I cleaned it up, didn't make it totally spotless, but it is pretty freaking nice. This is gonna look really good in that XC. One last thing, I guess we'll go ahead and throw the recoil on. There we go. She's all done, buttoned up, recoil's on. This thing is looking good. Actually, I should go over to school. Spin this so you can actually see. Not bad, not bad. Pretty nice. I'm digging it. Yeah, so it's pretty much ready to go in. I gotta throw the plate on it, but yeah. You guys will have to stay tuned because the motor's not going in until tomorrow. So yeah, keep an eye out. We're gonna be firing this thing up pretty soon.